Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve, and doing random stuff right now. Don't mind me. Get in links. It's like this at the beginning of every video. Every single one. Then I also forgot to mute my phone, so hopefully things don't go screaming in the background. Hopefully, anyways. I like to try to be optimistic on it. Hey, Elias. See some people hopping in. Almost there. I try to hurry up and share it on Facebook too. So we also have a Facebook. No, I should have brought down that custom I just got done finishing. Okay, good. It loaded. We're good. Hey, there goes notifying. Thanks. Let's mute that booger down. There we go. Problem solved. Also, probably shouldn't have it on the table because the vibrations will cause issues as well. All right, I think we're all good. Woo, everybody's here today. Hey, hold on. There we go. Back to normal. Hey, Lady Draco. Hey, Ghost Rider. Hey, boy. Hey, Animated Figs. Hey, Turntable. Mary. Jay. Hi, you doing your homework? I'd yell at my little brothers today to get them to do theirs. Hungry Shark boring game. Sounds fun. For me, I thought it was a Hungry Hippos. It's like some iteration of that. Hey, Godzilla Man 2000. Alright. So what we got here is random loot box came in with some stuff I was waiting on for pre-orders for a bit. Not sure why I need another Master Gundam, but been enjoying the Gundam Universe figure, so why the fudge not? Also have the Burning Gundam version to go along with it. Because it was paid for by Patreon, we had a Patreon member, did the second highest tier, which gets you a review of your choosing. We will go buy a... Well, generally speaking, what we do, it's $100, but we will go buy any figure you want for $200 or less, and we'll review it. We'll do a full video, everything. He wanted us, instead of do a review, to do a Hammer versus, and he really doesn't like that X+. So, lo and behold, tier went through, we ordered that figure, and we did what we do best. Which is why that happened. Also, so then, I really wanted to, but it, like, problem is where I live, there isn't like a good place to really go do it, so we have to like go do it out in the boonies. And most people I know out in the boonies, it wasn't working out trying to set up some way of doing that. So just was like, well, what's the next best thing? And then after seeing the Super 7 with their awesome Meltdown Godzilla, figure we had to try to top it. Also, these lights are really, really bright. So hold on a second. I'm gonna see if I can correct this. Hey, I see the switch. If I can reach. Better. Not too crazy. Booms would have been so much funnier. We'll have to do it eventually. For sure. Granted, if we could do like a smaller scale one, like maybe something with an M80, I think would be legit, because that's just like normal, that's just a big firecracker, right? That wouldn't be so bad. We were planning on doing something a little bit with more oomph. But that you can't like go do in a backyard. Excellent, Lady Draco. It is horrifying, but it is awesome and I love it. Doing good, Breadman. How's your day? Plus, we'll probably do something with that. Like I said, like when we did that video, the way it like melted and kind of laid down and the one side still looks actually solid enough, I think would make for kind of a cool little diorama piece. And then, like I mentioned, we already used the spines for another commission. Well, not commission, a custom. So that one's for me. So it's getting into good use. Yeah, it looks like he's just taking a nap. Granted, the backside's a little fudged, but we'll just make it look like a building fell on him. It'll be fine. Oh, yeah, because a propane tank's safe. Oh yeah, we still have the Funko Pops we still gotta do stuff with, that's for sure. That's next. We're getting around to that one. I'll be the next time I get over to Arnez's do videos. We'll do those ones for sure. Because I still got to grab that one that you have hanging around too to put on eBay for the Demona. Still working on that too. Yeah, the Destroyer looks really good too. Speaking of Godzilla stuff, another thing, found the Playmates Ultima Godzilla at Target. So figure we'll unbox it in this video too. Not going to probably go over it super hard, but it's here. And then one of the ones I've been kind of oddly excited about is Taito's doing Albedo from Overlord. They're doing a ton of them. So I got Arnez was really excited for this one. And I decided to grab one too, so we'll unbox mine here. And then Arnez will get his next time I see him. And then finally the Coup de Grace. My MonsterArts Rodan finally came in. Still waiting on... Now it's like, I finally get Rodan. Everybody else has now gotten their Monster Zero, so now I gotta wait forever to get my Monster Zero. Waiting forever for everything. I still want to know how everybody got Haya Godzillas, and I tried contacting them and got nothing. But it's great for them, though. But I don't want to wait. I want my Haya Godzilla now. Alright, so I'm going to save the Rodan for last. What are we opening? Think of the Master Gundam. I think I'm going to go with the Master. Oh, actually, you know what? We'll do the Overlord. I doubt a lot of people here are really that excited for it. I know everybody's for Rodan, so we gotta wait on that one. No, it's like the Rodan and the cheap one are probably the excited ones. Yeah, I've seen people's video. Like I've seen some. I haven't watched any videos, but I just seen a bunch of pictures of it. Oh, I want it so bad. I still don't like. I'm not super into the way they painted the T face, but we can make it better. It's what we do. So, I've only had a couple of these figures, but what's nice is they're like fairly inexpensive, kind of like a Banpresto or a Sega statue. But I always dig the detailing on these, because, what was it? The Mai back there, and the Cheese... Man, I can't even think of her name right now. Chizuhara? From Rent a Girlfriend? I don't even care for the anime, but I just like the figure. Both of those came out really good, and they're like $30 statues. Which is hard to come by. I think the Khan looks fine. I think the Khan's the one I think is going to be a little bit more debatable with some of the other offerings. If anything, I kind of like the head a little better on the Haya, but I think the body, I think MonsterArts might have nailed that one a little bit better. So that's going to be like, kind of have to wait and see on that one. Yeah, and it's also like for most people too, like the Haya is cool, but if you have the 2019 MonsterArts, especially the poster version, you're kind of good, to be honest. I think, like I said, the thing that's nice about Haya is like for a lot of people that missed it, or maybe just weren't that satisfied with that figure, you get another option. Oh, God, I'm always so impressed with these ones because they're so inexpensive. And it's got like some cheap statue quality. But the one thing I like, and I don't know if the webcam is going to pick it up, but her dress actually has texturing. Like an actual sweater. And I think that is super dope. It's odd that it doesn't have her wings. I think like the Ghidorah is probably going to be the thing that's going to be like everybody's going to be clamoring for. Because that's like the one NECA figure where it was like, I feel like a lot of people were a little underwhelmed on that one. Kind of like me. Like I mentioned, it's one of the, like, especially the MonsterArts, it's more or less, it's just a glorified statue. While, like, the Rodan was cool, Mothra was fine. Paint jobs could have been a little bit better, and of course the Godzillas are pretty solid, minus accessories. But Haya looks like they're actually, like, putting actual attention into the paint job, which I can really get behind. So it makes me a little bit more optimistic for the other characters. Plus, if we can get the Ghidorah. Oh, man. To be honest, yeah, if you don't have the MonsterArts one, the Super 7 is gonna do you really good. Because even with it being a bigger scale than the MonsterArts, it'll look, if you have a MonsterArts Godzilla, it's gonna look imposing next to it anyways. It'll get the job done. Where did I get the Ultima? Target. Target's getting them in now. Because with the wave, what you get? There's Ultima. There's a Terrestris. If I didn't slur that one. Gigan. And there was one other one, but I forget the other one. Hey, Spire. How's it going? Hey, Jason. But, plus the other thing, too, is they do really good on their stands. If I wasn't covering it up. Man, I wish this company put out more statues. It's like these ones and the pop-up parades I've always been pretty pleased with. I almost kind of like these better than the pop-up parades. But they do a lot more of the not character specific. Like it's more like alternate variations of the characters, which I like. While pop-up's a little bit more like straight animes. It's the same guy again. It's mostly, I think Ultimo is the only new thing out of that wave. The rest are just like reissues. MonsterArts line as a whole, I love it. It's like one of my favorite lines to collect. And I think for the most part, a lot of the figures are pretty well, or at least good. They're good for like the price you pay. I think the majority of them are good. You get a lot more greats than you get duds. Because all in all, I think there's only really maybe 3 or 4 MonsterArts that are really what I would consider underwhelming. Because none of them I really say are bad, which is nice. They're just not like once you get them in, you're like, huh, it's not as cool as I really thought it was going to be. But with how much they put out, I think they're fine. Yeah, our target's honestly really good. Like around here, it's usually not that hard for me to find a figure that just came out. The Walmart is probably the harder one. I don't see those very often. But then again, I got one. Don't mean to open that one yet. Got me talking. Open up the wrong figures. But yeah, with the Walmart stuff, I know a few people that work there, so usually I can hopefully get around to getting some of this stuff. Yeah, they got the Secret of the Use Shredder. I got to get that one and the Turtles. I wanted to pre-order the 4-pack, but I was like, I could find the 2. And now I'm kind of scared. Well, so far, I've been able to get all of them. I guess technically I still got to put Soldier Set at Walmart, but I did end up ordering one because I was scared. The shinier Ghidorah, the paint job's better, but it's still, like, the figure itself wasn't the best. Like, detail-wise, I thought it was still really solid. Not quite accurate to the movie, but still really solid. But it just went from being, like, dull yellow to just brightly gold. And to be honest, I would have probably, like I said, I like the way I repainted mine. More so than even the special colored version. Which is kind of why I never ended up getting it. Man, you got all the color variety. He's got some blacks. He's got some like really dark blues. You got some reds and yellows. I'll say, is my robot spirits like that? I thought the robot spirits was mostly just this color, which is exactly how it looks. I'm super excited for Halloween. I'm almost more excited for it next year now because with Casey on the way, we already got our Halloween outfit for next year. It's going to be a one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. It's going to be great. Yeah, well, it's like I like to try to get, especially with the... Man, that leg does not want to work because this one bends. I wonder how big the joint is. That's annoying. So this joint rubs. And there's not a good way to get around that, it seems. Wow. That's really bad. Like right here? Like this joint rubs on the top, on the back of this like thigh. So you have to literally pry that past it if you really want to bend this leg. Well, that's cool. I always like damaging my figures in order to get it to do things. I haven't seen any. To be honest, I thought I was going to see, like, after that burning thing, like, with the MonsterArts, I think I've seen that video shared a good 4 or 5 times in other MonsterArts groups like that, like, or like an hour later, people like having a big ragey fit. The X Plus, I haven't seen anybody else really talking about it. Outside of on the Instagram, of course. Yeah, it did. No, I haven't really got any of the anime hero figures outside of what Bandai sent us. The ones that they were thinking about sending us was the Digimon ones, which actually looked kind of cool. Well, I can honestly say I don't like this figure. He's not going to be getting messed with very often. But he's got his little... Oh my god, this is already frustrating. Oh. Gotta like it when you get figures and nothing like wants to cooperate. I want to say that's supposed to be like that because that makes more sense to me. But nothing wants to do it. It'd be cool to see Neko do Ultraman. Oh, there we go. That was kind of weird too with the Ultraman thing because there was like a bunch of people that were like getting into the Ultraman game, and then I don't know, it just kind of died out. There was like a bunch of stuff went up for pre-order, and then just the inevitable waiting for evers and evers. I know the one game we kind of wanted to stream was there's that the Fatal Frame game. It came out on the Wii, but it got like a remaster on the Xbox and stuff. We were thinking about that. Games I'm personally excited for is that Project Callisto, or the Callisto Protocol. I think that's what it's called. That one looks really cool by the guys that did Dead Space. And then, of course, the Dead Space remake. He was disappointed in you? Wouldn't surprise me. Well, it's great, too, because even, like, I have X Pluses, and I just didn't hurt my feelings any. To be honest, what hurt my feelings more is I actually went out and bought a fish tank, because we were thinking about just, like, using some chemicals to melt it. And surprisingly, the vinyl is way more sturdy than I thought it was going to be. Because, like, normal stuff that would have, like, destroyed this thing just took the paint off. That was about it. I would say detail-wise, it's not too shabby. It looks like the Master Gundam. Coloring of the plastic's a little weird, but I can live with that. It's mainly like these leg joints are atrocious. Like, it's just annoying that an anime that is built around mechs doing kung fu moves, and the guy can barely move his knees without, like, wrecking plastic. Stop motion, like, we've done one. Way back in the day, it was like the wrestlers do, or the wrestlers piloting Jaegers. That's all. That has a lot of stop motion in it. But not too much. Just too time consuming. Right? It's money well spent. I say, be honest, if you want the aftermath, I'd be more than willing to send it to you. Yeah, kinda. It kind of looks like the high grade. I would say, like I said, the coloring is a little different. It's bigger, of course. He also comes with some open hands and a Gundam joint for a stand if you got one. That'll go in the baggie later. Yeah, because I think it was like at least a good 2 days to do that wrestling video, and I didn't even really do that much, to be honest. Like it was just like a little bit of stop motion here and there. Well, fun fact, MonsterArts actually made some Evangelion figures a while back. There's prototypes you can find online that they did a few of the angels and they look fantastic. And then we got like they just never came out. And I don't know if it's just because I wish I remember the hold on. I got scissors. I'll try to keep talking. But maybe they just thought that they weren't going to stall very well. Is the whole reason they didn't get into those. Is the only thing I can think of, that or just the production cost was super high. And it just wasn't a worthwhile investment because there was a lot of variety. But they had, man, these scissors suck. I think I cut that. I don't think I did. Enjoy the reviews. Appreciate it. Reach a Space Godzilla or Destroya. Maybe. I'm more hard pressed to believe that they're gonna give us a reissue because we've already had 2 versions of them. Would it be cool? Yeah. Because the only thing I could see them doing with if they were to do like another Destroya, it's kind of like what we were talking. Me and Arez were talking about the Super Sevens, is doing like you could do Space Godzilla like the destroyed crystals on the shoulder. You could do Destroya with like ice beam damage, stuff like that would be cool. Because the other thing too is then if they do that, it gets people that bought Destroya to maybe buy another Destroya, plus doesn't destroy the value of the old ones. Because like they did like ice damage Destroya, I'd be inclined to buy it. They did another Destroya that's just like slightly different colors. Not that inclined to buy it personally. But that stuff like that is great for people that missed out on them originally. But then again, like we mentioned before, Super 7's doing them now too. So you can even at least Destroy, I think, with the mismatching it, I think is how I want to say it. I don't think it would look as bad. Space Godzilla will be a little bit harder to do. Any X Plus? I think if they did like a Starship Troopers like the Arachnid Bug, I'd buy that. Because currently, for X Plus anyways, there's not too many I would probably grab anymore. Especially with Casey on the way. Like, it's got to be something special. Pop the tail on. I will say, Ultima's got some long arms. Looks like he wants to give you hugs. No problem, Toy Box. Godzilla versus Mechanicon? That'd be a cool one. So far, I would say my biggest gripe about this guy is the arms are, like I said, are gigantic. I like the spines though, because they actually have the red on them. Looks good. They also painted his pupils, which looks a little strange, but not too bad. Same with the mouth painted. It's got the little spiky protrusions. It's got a bit of a walk going on. His tail's actually big. Also, don't mind me just playing the orchestra. Gotta stop playing the cat in this room, just like hair flying around everywhere. Keeps Xbox collectors awake at night. They call me the Baba Yaga. Yeah, it's just cat hair everywhere. It's like, oh. I don't even do it. Like, he hasn't even been in here all day, and somehow there is still fluff flying around my office. Yeah, I say everybody needs hugs. And Ultima is ready to give it. It'll probably be a skit for his video. Because thankfully we're back to finally doing some normal reviews. I got a few lined up. I gotta do photos tomorrow. And then I can edit them. What does people mean SP Jet Jaguar name in final form? Not quite sure what. I would assume they just mean like kind of like the MonsterArts. I guess what you would consider its final form. Say what? Ultraman's great though. I do like Godzilla and Gamera better, but Ultraman's pretty solid. Certain series, anyways. I could see Jessica doing it. I'm still trying to figure out how my office, like this chair that I'm sitting in, somehow got knocked over, but nobody came down here. I can't see the cat doing it, but it was weird. I kind of like the pose. Like, he's got a little bit more action going on than the Bandai, because the Bandai Vinyl's, I would say, I can already tell, like, the Bandai Vinyl's a better detailed figure. But this one's got a lot more going on with the pose. Paint job's arguable. Because one thing is, they actually painted his toenails and his claws, which I can definitely get behind. I don't know if I'm super into the eye paint job, but for what it is, it's actually really solid. And then if you put his arms down, they look kind of normal. They're just a little lanky. But no, I dig the pose. Like, this is actually pleasantly surprised with it. Like, for, what, $13? I think it's pretty good. Oh, 100% they should do more Showa stuff. Give me more Showa. Like, I'm kind of, like, we're pretty much done with Heisei, right? Like, they refuse to give us the Rose Biolante, and that's really the only other thing we technically need in terms of an individual kaiju. And I guess, like, regular Rodan. Or accessories would be cool. Calm with Wings be dope. It kind of remind me of the dude from Berserk. It's like Nosferatu. Alright, let's crack into this bad boy. He's so tiny. Oh, I also got an Obi-Wan figure too in the box, and then realized that it's the exact. This isn't the Obi-Wan that I was looking for, so I gotta figure that one out. So if anybody needs an Obi-Wan Kenobi, you can get a hold of me on Instagram. Cut you a deal. All right, so Rodan. Oh, he's so thin. He's like thin crust pizza. If I can get its mouth open. Come on. You can do it. Oh. Oh, that's terrifying. Trying to open his mouth and his beak's just like, hey, I'm going to flex. No. Please don't do that. Oh, so those are all in little ball joints, so you can flex the wings in. That's pretty sweet. Definitely not a lot going on with it. But I do like the detailing on it. The beak is so far the most terrifying thing. Hey, Big Troys. Right, if you mess up the eyes on a Showa Kaiju, it just looks like the Showa Kaiju. It's all good. Yeah, like I was so excited when they started announcing the Gamera stuff. It was like, oh, sweet, we're getting 96 and 99. Hopefully, we'll get the other monsters. And yep. And then we had that tease with the Jurassic Park stuff, and that's just going to be model kits now. So then there's that, which I'm kind of glad they aren't doing the Jurassic Park stuff, because with the Mattels and the Hammonds and the Ambers and all that stuff, I don't need any more super articulated T-Rexes in my life. There is the NECA price stuff. That did get showed off. That was a part of the NECA's 31 days of Halloween. They showed that off today. I literally just seen it right before the stream. So I'm pretty pumped about that one. But what's really cool about this Rodan, because one thing I might ask is why this little guy costs $50, is that it comes with a bunch of Widow Rodans, which are all what appears to be a bendy wire. But you get 8 of these little guys to flock around. And these just kind of hook into the stand, I think. King Ghidorah versus Stay Puft. Depends who's oh, heck, we all know King Ghidorah is going to win that competition. I'll try to think of a good reason for Stay Puft to win. I'm like, well, technically, like, if they think of whatever, maybe it could be something to beat Ghidorah. But then again, if it's Stay Puft, they already thought about it. So that goes into here. Oh, I guess like that. Makes sense. So there's the little plastic piece that goes towards the back of the stand. It's a gaggle of Rodans for sure. And it's got a ball joint. Which hooks there. Oh, that's a snap. And then rotate that around. Rotate the Rodans a little bit. Holy cow, Rodans are going everywhere. Kind of just... oh, got the Rodans bending in the wrong direction. I think the sad thing is I'm going to start bending all these guys, and then I'm going to have to somehow get them sort of back to normal for a review. Hopefully that at least gets me the desired look. But now you have Rodan. And then you got perspective Rodans. That's actually kind of cool. You have them kind of like hover around the Ultima Godzilla. I can dig this. This is pretty sweet. I would say the whatchamacallit, the Jet Jaguar is a little more impressive, but Rodan's pretty cool. I have no idea who Charlie Puth is, but I'm excited you're going to see it though. Yeah, it kind of does remind me a little bit of the Destroyers, doesn't it? Yeah, the shadow would have been cool. But like I said, I'm still digging this one. This is where the hand. Oh. I always get scared whenever I'm like going to touch something. I'm like, this looks like it moves, and then it does move, and you're like, but was it supposed to move? That's the question. So far, I would say my only thing really with this is because of the size of everything, it's kind of scary playing with this one. Like, you definitely got to kind of, like with a lot of these, when you're posing it around, you kind of have to have a purpose. But overall, like I mentioned before, like even like with a lot of MonsterArts figures, they're at least good. They might not blow you away sometimes, but they're at least good. This one I would say is in the realm of good. Like for the price point, I think it's pretty neat. Honestly, I can't really think of what else it could have really came with. But I do like that they kind of went overboard with the little Rodans. I can appreciate that one. Those chicken wings are great. Oh yeah, you can send it over on Instagram. I was gonna say Shin Gamera or Shin Kong would probably be hard because of just copyright reasons, but then again, they're also doing Shin Kamen Rider, and I guess Evangelion technically falls into that lines too. Oh yeah, we're gonna get it. Just waiting after whenever it gets in because I had to get it through Big Bad, so whenever it shows up. Oh, we already have a Shin Kong. Don't we, Lady Draco? But anyways, I think I'm going to call it good here for the stream. Overall, like I said, pretty pumped with that Albedo. That one's actually pleasantly surprising. Worst figure, definitely that Gundam. He's already back in the box. Not in that one. Surprisingly, I'm liking the Ultima. Actually, it doesn't even look that bad next to this, to be honest. Like, the Rodan's huge. But the little flock... Taking the Rodan off. Just had the little flock of Rodans hanging around him. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, they were a little bit more money. But at least be able to get one. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. So help us defeat those kaijus by hitting like button, subscribe, become range today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, and Facebook. Guys like you on the David channel donate. We greatly appreciate it. Also, there's a link in the description for entertainment, or if you guys like to help support the channel and get yourselves some sweet toys that way. Definitely make sure to go check them out. They do free shipping with a code over $40. But anyways, see you guys.